One of the key highlights of this exhibition is a special feature of works by the artist Claude Monet. Today, many audiences are already familiar with his works, but this is a wonderful chance to see them in person, looking at how Monet would return to the same subjects over and over again, using them to express his distinctive artistic personality. Here behind me is an example of one of Monet's series paintings that he began to work on after 1890. And in this series of works, he would return over and over again to the simple subject of the Grainstack, a fairly mundane subject that he could observe in rural life around him, but returning to it over and over again to capture different effects of light, climate, atmosphere, and seasonal variation. A young Bostonian couple, Annie and Horatio Lamb, were on their honeymoon in Paris in 1891 when they saw Monet's Grainstack exhibition, and they bought this work for their honeymoon present. Fairly soon, they lent it for display back in Boston at the Museum of Fine Arts Boston, to whom it was eventually donated. There are a number of wonderful stories like this from the MFA's collection, showing how quickly Impressionism cast a spell beyond the boundaries of France and became interesting to audiences abroad. The connection between Boston audiences and the work of Monet was especially strong and has left its legacy in the MFA's remarkable Monet collection. Many of us are already familiar with the Impressionist artworks for their remarkable bright palettes, their beautiful loose brushwork. But Into the Modern also offers another side to the story, the idea that the Impressionists were the first generation of artists to capture the everyday details of modern life. The second half of the 19th century was a period of rapid and remarkable change, as society changed across urbanization, labor and work, agricultural life, and the environment. And the Impressionists were the first generation of artists to witness this change and to turn it into art. A remarkable example is this beautiful work by Pierre-Auguste Renoir, a key member of the Impressionist group. The work is characterized by Renoir's dappled light, loose, feathery brushwork, and it's a romantic scene of a couple dancing. But if we look more closely at this image, we can also see intimations of the nature of modern social life. The couple are dancing somewhere outside, and beneath their feet are discarded, burnt-out cigarettes and matches. The friends we see in the image behind them are drinking half-finished glasses of beer, and perhaps here Renoir's brushwork suggests not only dappled light, but the slightly dizzy experience of being tipsy. The site of this painting, Bougival, was a pleasure district on the outskirts of Paris in the late 19th century, somewhere where Parisians would go to relax, eat dinner by the river, and participate in the well-known boaters' balls.